Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about dual lands. Yes, dual lands are the cornerstone of every Magic the Gathering collection. I think most of us, at least most of us, not all of us, but most of us can agree there. They are good in every deck you use them. They are very important in a lot of formats, even in the most popular format for Commander. Of course, for Magic the Gathering, I wanted to say the most popular format for Magic the Gathering, Commander. I was thinking a bit too quick there, I guess, if that's even possible for that old head. But, folks, I do want to talk about dual lands. I get a lot of questions about dual lands recently, also from newer players who ask me what to buy, who ask me what a good price would be, because I always mention the price I paid in my videos. And if I forget it, then you can ask me afterwards. I don't make a big deal out of that. I do see dual lands moving. It's crazy. I hear a lot of times, especially in the videos you see from many Magic the Gathering players, content creators, many Magic the Gathering players. Folks, it's very late, but you get my point. I see a lot of movement with dual lands, and I see a lot of talk and hear a lot of talk about dual lands. See a lot of videos, hear a lot of talk about dual lands, and people say old Magic the Gathering is dead, nothing is moving, prices are going down. And that is partly true, but for dual lands, and I've said this before, it's not completely true. It's weird. I have a look at a couple of dual lands I'm still missing for my unlimited collection. And I'm going to show this to you now because I bought one more. And that brings me to 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's see. I bought an unlimited Badlands, and yes, I hope it focuses on the card. It's a really nice card, and we're going to put it in the unlimited binder in a second. But I miss a couple of unlimited duels. I have a full set of revised duels. Theoretically, I'm missing one plateau, but I got, of course, the unlimited one, so I have a full set of play set of every dual land. I think that's very important. I still miss a couple of unlimited ones, and that's why I keep an eye on those lands. Try to find the fucking Volcanic Island Unlimited in excellent condition for under 1,500 bucks. I mean, of course you got Card Market, of course you got TCG Player, but how many are out there? Not a lot. I can put up the current Card Market Excellent Plus on screen here. I'm gonna have a look at it. Let's do it. Let's see how many are available, and then we have a better basis to talk about. Card Market, Unlimited, Volcanic Island, and that's, of course, they call it the second edition, because revised technically is the third, and alpha and beta count as first. Currently 69 available items. And I'm gonna make a screenshot of this, and the price trend is 1,070 bucks, but that includes all the poor ones. And if we would filter to minimum condition, let's say good, not even excellent, let's say good, and we hit filter, and then the cheapest one is 1,200 bucks, and the first one with excellent in excellent condition is 1,550 bucks. Does that say something about Magic the Gathering? I think it does, and we're not using an isolated thing here. We got like maybe 30 volcanic islands in excellent or better condition. Of course we got a lot of revised ones, but don't underestimate the scarcity of revised cards. I made a good video. I think it is a good video. You have to be the judge of that as well, of course, but I made a good video about the scarcity of revised rares. And if you want to have a playset of a duel, there are only like, I think 65,000 people who can actually get such a playset of 4 dual lands. I will link to that video at the end of this video if you want to have a look at how rare Revised actually is, or how wildly available it is, but I think, considering, it's pretty rare. There are not a lot of unlimited duels going around. The revised duels are fairly priced at the moment, but even then a Volcanic Island is 600, 700, 800 bucks, and that's, I think, in like good, excellent condition, not even near mint. Near mint, you pay a lot more, of course. And we're gonna take this slow. I know we're a couple of minutes into the video, and I haven't really gotten to the point yet, but we need to set this up properly, because we need to know what we're talking about. These cards are selling. Have a look. Have a look on Card Market, have a look on TCG Player, have a look on eBay sold items. And they are not selling like 20, 30, 50 a day. But they are selling, especially the ones in better condition. And again, I monitor this for certain cards, like the Volcanic Island, like the Tundra. Also very difficult to find. Badlands is okay to find, but in good condition like this, also a bit difficult to find. Tropical Island, all the ones with an island in it, they are normally more difficult to find than others, and they are moving, they are selling, there are still people buying it. There are people, like I said, asking about the dual lands, like, hey, what should I buy, what is the cheapest one? I always advise, please buy probably at least light plate, then you can get it for a couple of $100. The cheaper ones even for like 200, 250 bucks. It hasn't been, the price hasn't been that low for a while, but even then, if you look at the plateau for 250 bucks in probably 200 bucks in light plate condition, 250 bucks in good, excellent condition, goes up to 300 in very good and excellent condition. I mean, like, it is okay. You can get it for 300 bucks, and it might have been 350, 375, and it's a little cheaper now, but it hasn't dropped a lot. And they are still selling. People are getting them. People are putting them in their commander decks. And then we're not even talking about a Gaia's Cradle or whatever, which is constantly sold out at the bigger vendors. And again, of course, you can get it on the respective sites. Is that how you say it? On the sites online that sell more, or where people offer their own stuff, like Card Market and TCG Player. But the vendors, which offer a little more security, often are sold out when it comes to these cards. And the same goes for unlimited duels, alpha, beta. Price is crazy. If you look at a unlimited Volcanic Island, and unlimited Volcanic Island, and you pay like 1,500 bucks for excellent condition, right? That's roughly the price. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, if you're lucky to find it. Then you probably pay like 3,000 bucks for beta, right? Maybe even 4, because it's a volcanic island. Alpha, you probably pay like 6,000-7,000 bucks. So the factor is 2.5, and that goes for most of those duels, because they are very difficult to find. And then it's not purely about collection. It's also about putting them in a cool commander deck. And how cool is it to have a beta Volcanic Island in there? I mean, if you want to like bling out your deck, then that's the way to go, right? If you want to collect like I do, unlimited or beta or alpha, it's crazy. If you just want to play, if you want to add them to your commander deck, go for the revised ones, which is fine. I don't understand that people are not looking at this more, personally. And again, it's not like the market is going crazy, but the sell-through is constant. The sell-through, of course, is content as well, if you look at videos like this. Have a look at it yourself. Don't just believe me or whatever. Check out some dual lands you wanna find, and see where you can find them. And of course, like I said, revised ones are easier to find and for a more reasonable price, but they are not being dumped, and that's probably never gonna be the case. and they are holding pretty strong, and they are selling well. And of course, cards for 300, 400, 500, $1,000 don't show up in all those videos of the people making like, oh, look at the reserved list. There's another Fallen Empire cards that has sold 600 copies this week for $4.69. I don't know. Yes, because it's cheap. And if you're having a look at more expensive cards, it's logical that the sell-through is not that high. They are not even, especially when it comes to the unlimited ones, alpha, beta ones, there are not even a lot on the market, as you can see, as from a certain condition. So, of course, they're not going to be like 100 sales of that card and they don't show up. Doesn't mean they're not selling. Doesn't mean everything goes to zero. And I'm not saying like, oh, buy dual lands blindly, but it's a good moment to move in because they have dropped a little bit, at least. Again, not too much percentage-wise. It's all still very relative. But if you want to get dual lands, and you do, if you like Magic the Gathering, I think, because those are the cornerstone of your collection and of every fucking deck, then I personally would say get them rather sooner than later. I had a look at the duels I bought for my unlimited set and at the duels I bought for my playsets. I also bought, like, here missing, I think I still had all my volcanic islands, but I was missing an underground sea or two or whatever. I can't remember. I have to look at the videos. The price difference is not that crazy from what I paid back then, even if you look at the revised ones. And in 2020, I underpaid. The price is still higher than it was then. And the ones I bought in 2022, I overpaid a little bit. But in the end, it's all balancing out. And I think if you buy now, considering the price I paid, I would like roughly be at the same price or underpay a little bit. Very slow video, folks. I know. But I think we're having a good conversation here, and I would like to hear in the comments from you what you think. Do you monitor dual lands a little bit at least? Do you want to get some? Do you have your playset and you're not looking at them anymore? Do you think, yeah, they will drop a lot more in price because vintage is dead? It's not. Certain cards are holding value. And again, I'm looking for some particular cards for my unlimited set, and you have seen me adding a lot of cool rares, like the Royal Assassin, Birds of Paradise, these kind of cards. Sheevan Dragon. They are holding well. The old ones, the Alpha, Beta, Unlimited ones, they're holding up well. And dual lands are even different, because they are on the reserved list. And they are not coming back. You can get a Bird of Paradise for $5, or you can pay 400 like I did for the unlimited one. Maybe $10, okay, because it's a bird and it's a good card. But you can also get an alpha one for 2000, and it's not an argument for the reserve list to be abandoned, because it's very, very collector focused, and the market for that is very small. And you can get a Black Lotus, an alpha one, for in near mint condition for 100,000, 250,000. So there is a difference because of scarcity, and the same goes for the Sheevan Dragon. It's no surprise that an alpha volcanic island is probably a lot more than an alpha Sheevan Dragon or whatever, because of the fact that it's on the reserved list, and because of the fact that you can't get any other dual lands except Alpha, Beta, Unlimited Revised, but you can get a lot of other Sheevan Dragons. Different conversation. Have a look at duels. We're gonna add this one to the binder now, so stick around for that. And let me know what you think. You see it. I haven't figured it out yet, and I'm thinking while I'm talking, which normally isn't a very good sign. But I think I got some good points, and if you don't think so, you don't think so. But to me, it makes sense, and that's okay. If you make sense to yourself, then the world is okay. If you want to get duels, get them. You see it, if everybody, it's always the case. If everybody looks at modern, if everybody looks at sealed, if everybody looks at commander cards, and nobody's looking at vintage, then you know what's gonna happen next. Vintage moves before you think so. And let Rudy say it's gonna be 5 to 10 years. Yes, it might be. But it might be next year as well. And how much cheaper do you think they're gonna get the cards you want? Especially the dual lands, which are very, very playable still. And that's probably why they hold up. Because they are not banned. The other cards are just for your collection, you know. But dual lands are for actual play. And of course a Bird of Paradise is not only for your collection, but you can play with it as well. But before I play with my near mint 400 buck unlimited Bird of Paradise I put in that binder, I get 4 recent Birds of Paradise for a deck and use one of them in a commander deck, and probably they cost me around 10 bucks a piece. So yeah, it is what it is. It's, I think, not rocket science. And if I want to have like a really cool deck, I might put that one in here as well, if I can use it. But then I probably get a light played one, you know. So it's a collection thing, a collector's thing. I will let you know once I get that volcanic island and the tundra I'm still missing, and the scrubland in good condition, how the market is holding up. And if nobody's interested in these videos, fair enough. There is a very small percentage of long-time players that are really interested in this. And strangely enough, when you talk about playable cards like dual lands and similar cards like the Cradle or whatever that are on the reserved list, somehow a lot of people seem to be interested in those videos. And I don't make these videos because people are interested in the subject. Of course, I'm interested in the subject, and that's why I make these videos. And I don't make them for the views. I don't care, because some of them get a lot of them, the views, and some of them don't, and that's fine as well. But I think people need to be aware that the vintage market, it doesn't look as, or it's not as bad as it looks. Let me say it like this. Let's switch to the overhead view and just quickly add the Badlands to the binder, folks. I'll be back in a second. Alright, folks, we're back. Again, very slow video. We're gonna quickly have a look at the Badlands, because I am very happy with this addition to my collection. And like most of my recent unlimited cards, this is also in very, very good condition. And I'm very positive about it, and I'm very happy about it, because the cards that I'm missing, the pool of the cards I'm missing, you see this is extremely clean on the front, which you can very well see, of course, under a black light, which is very nice. And it also is extremely clean on the back, and there is a little edge wear, example down here, but it's minimal. So very nice card, very honest card, and I'm very happy I got it. Just bumped because I was looking at a very expensive volcanic island as well, and that one sold recently, and I didn't have the money to buy it at the time. And that's, of course, a thing you have to keep in mind as well, that you don't overspend, or you don't stretch your budget too far if you don't have it. So I had to sell some stuff first before I was able to get this one. And it seems I'm running out of stuff to sell. And I got a little bit of old collector boxes still, but before the MTG 30 time frame, because I bought some collector boxes I wanted to open, never got around to it, whatever. Yeah. For the rest, like more recent cards, modern cards, I do not have a lot to sell anymore. That's a bit that ship has sailed almost. Let's add it to the binder, folks. Very nice card. have a look at your dual lands. And I always take the opportunity to flip through this beautiful binder once I can. And I think it's a good moment when adding a new card. As you can see, we got very far with the set over the last couple of months, 1 or 2 months, like November, December, and January now. Missing an animate that here. For the rest, we're complete. And added Bird of Paradise recently, like in the mint one. I'm very happy with. Like I just told you, that bad boy was $400. It is what it is. Missing a life lace here. Crazy stuff. And for the rest, I'm just missing a couple of artifacts here. But yeah, we're getting there. I think it's like I think I calculated it's like 15-20 cards or something. Got 6 of the duels here, and I want to have a set, complete set, of course, and then I'm happy to play with my revised ones. So I might not get play sets of the unlimited ones because of the price. If I can get more, I'm happy to get more. Still need two planes, but 2 versions of the planes, but that is okay as well. That shouldn't be the biggest problem. Let's add this one to the collection, folks, and let me know in the comments what you think about the current state of the market when it comes to dual lands. Looks good. It's filling up. Scrubland, Tundra, and Volcanic Island, of course, missing. But we're in a good state. We're in a good state. I will link to a video in which I explain how rare revised rares actually are. At least I think they are pretty rare, because 60,000 copies, 65,000, or 200, it's about 250,000 copies. I think if you make the calculations based on the known facts about the print run, and of course there's some guesswork in there, but I will explain that in that video. But that leads to about 65,000 playsets of the dual lands, or of a Vesuvian Doppelganger, or even in revised. We're not even talking about unlimited, folks. That other video will be about revised, and that's not a lot. Like 60,000 playsets of Badlands, revised ones, 65,000. How many have been destroyed in the meanwhile? Not playsets, but cards. How many have been thrown away? It's probably less. So, and how many are in private collections? Like, I mean, I already have a playset, and I know people who have multiple playsets, and you all know, like the Rudy Vault and other bigger players that have a lot of playsets. So check that video out. Maybe that's interesting. But for now, dual lands, I would not hesitate just getting them, even if you lose a little money if they drop a little further. Once you got them, and you have that out of the way. Personal thing. Do whatever you want to do. That's what I would do. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. Thanks a lot for listening. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.